Hello everybody, Mannix here. I'm going to be doing yet another controversial knife review. This is on the Ganzo Firebird F729. Yes, looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? Yep. A blatant Spyderco ParaMilitary copy, pretty much. It's not a fake. It's not a knife that, it has like labels on it that says Spyderco, and it's pretending to literally be a Spyderco paramilitary knife, and it's tricking you. That's not the case. They basically the design of this knife was heavily influenced, almost 100% completely taken from the Spyderco ParaMilitary, is my point. But here, the review is just going to be looking at this knife as for what it is, and what it offers as a tool, and coolness factors, and whatever you want to call it. That's what this review is going to be. I'm not going to get into the politics of it and people getting angry at, oh, this company's stealing designs, they're such a bad person, and the morality, oh no. I'm not going to get into that. If you have your opinions, fine, but whatever, that's not this point of the review. So let's start with the specs. So first off, I'm just going to go out and say this knife is just, you get a lot for your money is the thing. Overall length is 8.27 inches, the blade length being 3.15 inches, flat grind right there, full flat grind, kind of a leaf shape they call that. It's kind of like a clip point, but not quite. Blade material is 440C, blade thickness is 0.11 inches, satin finish on there, handle length is 4.72 inches, the thickness is 0.51 inches. Then we have carbon fiber, yes, carbon fiber handle scales with skeletonized stainless steel liners in there. This website's saying it weighs 4.1 ounces, I'll be the judge of that, my scale. Let's see what this guy says. 4.06 ounces. Okay, yeah, so basically it's 4.1 ounces. So a little bit heavier, but they did everything they could to lighten it up as much as possible because, you have carbon fiber handle scales are not the most, what's the word? They're not the most efficient, I guess, when it comes to handle scales, but they're very strong, just like FRN, just like G10. They're around that strength level, so they're just a little bit fancier looking, but unfortunately you sacrifice, they're a little bit heavier than, something like FRN, and you can't really, make them grippy because you just kind of ruin the whole finish there, but it looks so cool. That's the whole point. They're so fancy looking. Carbon fiber is really awesome. I believe they sell these in G10, but the only ones I found were you have to buy them directly from China. It takes about a month to ship, so I didn't feel like doing that. Plus, carbon fiber is really cool. But I would have preferred G10, actually, to be honest. But still, carbon fiber is pretty expensive, and you're getting a lot for your money here. These will cost you about $20 shipped to most websites you go to. You can go to like Amazon, eBay, you can go to other knife stores that are willing to sell knives like this. Let's see those skeletonizing. They really skeletonized it too. Really wanted to lighten it up. Skeletonizing the liner doesn't really lighten up a knife that much. You might save like 0.2, 0.3 ounces, best case scenario, but it's really not a big deal. But if you're into your lightweights, that's cool. So it's cool that they did that for us. Thank you, Ganzo. I think the Firebird is the subsidiary of Ganzo. I don't know. I think it's just a certain line of knives. I don't really know what makes the knife the Firebird, but you can see the logo right there. On this side, you can see made in China, F729 and 440Cs labeled on there. Pocket clip is absolutely outstanding. It's basically the Spyderco pocket clip, but it's very proven design. Carries really well. That's how you do a clip. You have a plateau right here, then you have it pinched down, and it's nice and rounded. It's not going to scrape anything too easily. Absolute perfect tension. Tip up carry, thank you very much. It is swappable to the left side right there. Big ol' lanyard hole right there. I never use lanyard holes on folders, but some people do, so that's cool. For you, we got an oversized opening hole right here. Lockup, no up and down. There's a little bit of side to side of mine, but I can adjust that out. Almost every single knife in existence is going to come with some kind of side to side, even the really expensive ones, and you can just tighten it, Loctite it, be done with it. We have an axis lock right here. It doesn't protrude as much as the genuine Benchmade axis lock, but it is good enough. And you can flick this open and close all day long, just like that. It's very fast. The lockup is solid. I had it a little bit tighter, but I guess it loosened over time. I should Loctite that, but that happens with all my knives. Very comfortable in hand, very nice curvature in the handle right there. It's very smooth. I like the kind of thicker knives that are hand filling. That's what I like, personally. There is jimping on here, but you can see it's kind of like rounded almost. It kind of sucks. So if you're into jimping, this one's not the one for you. We have a second choil right here that goes right up against the blade, just like the paramilitary. There's no jimping on there. Normally I don't give a crap if there's jimping on a knife or not, but for this kind of position, I would kind of like that just a little bit, because I don't want my finger to slip up and then slice it open on that razor sharp edge there. That would be very, very painful and horrible. So, but it's not really that big of a deal, unless I'm not going to stab in this position. I would just do more precise cutting to get a little bit more control over it. So the blade shape's absolutely outstanding. It's been very proven, very sought after, copied the world over. I love full flat ground knives. There's just a lot less resistance on them, and they're strong. There's so many great things about full flat grind. Maybe not as strong as most grinds, but it's strong enough, and there's not that much resistance. It's just they're good. It's a good grind. Let's just put it that way. I like the satin finish on there. It's cool. Razor sharp out of the box. Won't last you forever. It's just a 440C with a decent heat treatment on it. If not a really good heat treatment, I don't know what their process is, but from testing, it lasts quite a long time. The edge, a decent amount of time anyway. For 20 bucks, there's really nothing you can be complaining about. They could easily get away with selling this thing for like 50, 60, but yeah, you're getting it for $20, which is absolutely insane. So you get the axis lock. Axis locks are awesome. Who doesn't like it? Easily openable. Oh, is that even a word? You can easily open and close it. It's very smooth, and it's really strong. Little stop pin there. It's not the biggest stop pin, but it's big enough. Nice lockup on there. I like that. The carbon fiber is really cool. It looks cool. Comfortable in hand. You have a lot to reach. You can scooch down here if you want even more reach. And then you can utilize that lanyard. Pillar construction. Very elegant looking. A lot of people like that. It's going to be a very strong knife because you have the steel liners in there. There's just nothing negative I have to say about this knife in particular. Let's pretend other knives out there like the ParaMilitary do not exist. This knife is really good. It's really good for your money. Again, you're getting all the great designs about the ParaMilitary. Let's bring it back into existence now. With the great ergonomics, the great blade shape, just everything about that, but you're getting it at about a fifth of the price because they use slightly cheaper materials. I mean, the blade steel is much, much cheaper than what they use on the Spyderco, but you have carbon fiber handle skills. That's kind of cool. And you have an axis lock. Axis lock's really awesome too. There's just nothing bad to say. If you were to carry this, you have about that much poking out of your pocket right there. Yeah, if you really want it, then you don't care about the controversy behind it or people going to be mad at you and they want to defend the company because they spent a lot of money on that company and now they're mad at you for buying something that's cheaper that you enjoy just as much and you don't care about that, all the more power to you. Just get the knife because it is very functional. It's not a copy. It's not literally a Spyderco ParaMilitary fake that it's like, hey look, this is a Spyderco ParaMilitary and it has like the label on there and it's tricking you. No, it's a Ganzo Firebird G729. Designs get copied all the time. I'm not trying to promote copying designs, but that being said, this is just a very good functional knife for your money. So that's pretty much the end of the video right there. So very good knife. Thanks for watching.